Yoruba are finally tired of Nigeria. We want to go, and it has really it's not unbelievable because their son is the president, but for the first time Yoruba people are now writing in UN, they are writing the UK, US. We want to go, want to leave Nigeria. We saw a report over 29,000 Yoruba people have been killed by Fulåni. Is that the reason? Now the Igbos are divided on that Yorubas cannot be trusted. Do they really want to go, or these are just politicking? If you're watching for the first time, kindly subscribe to this YouTube channel, all notifications, drop your comments, click like button, and also share this video with others. Yoruba have said enough is enough. We want to leave Nigeria. And even the presidency is shocked. Tinubu is in shock. They want to abandon Tinubu and leave Nigeria. Like I said, if you're watching for the first time, subscribe, all notifications, drop your comments, click the like button, like, and also share this video on all platforms with others. Mr. Chinedu, do you trust that the Yorubas truly want to leave Nigeria?
I do. Even if they want to, they have the right to do that. Nobody's going to stop them as long as they know how to go about it, and they should continue. You know, and that will break the bond they shared with the Northerners politically, you know, and otherwise. They have a bond, and that is why, you know, the Supreme Islamic leader controls the Muslims in Yoruba land. That is it. You know, you can't tell me that a Muslim in Yoruba land has a supreme leader. There's nothing like that. Their supreme leader is Sokoto. Sokoto. So, and you know what it means. So, all these things they are doing, whether for all to disturb the Biafra agitation or not, it is their business. The evil man is not against freedom. The evil man is not against anybody's liberation. But we are during the war, we saw it clearly that the Yorubas who come from the southern part of the country did not support the Biafra, they supported the Northerners during the war. And what is the justification about that? Is it not the same South, if I may say? Then how come the middle belt supported the Corners and the Yoruba people refused to support their fellow Southerner during the Nigerian Biafra war? The Igbo man is not going to be part of whatever they are going to achieve, whether will they have a clear identity or not. That's not the problem. But the problem is that they do have right to seek alliance with the Northerners or to be on their own.
This has really caused controversy even among the Yoruba people themselves. Some are saying, why you are not waited till this time until our son is the president? You want to destroy Tinubu's government. But some are saying that even as Tinubu is the government, Fulani are still killing us. What do you think is the next step for the Yorubas?
You know, you see, that's what I'm saying, that they are masters in playing dark politics. They know how to play dark politics. And for you to be in the system with them, you have to be in the dark. You know, so but Igbos are illuminating. They don't play. They don't want you to see them front and back, who they are. This is who I am. There's anything you want to do, don't do. You don't play politics of pretense. You don't play politics of hide and seek. You don't play politics of, you know, vendetta, victimization. You know, you don't play politics of, you know, reservation. No, the Igbo doesn't do that. You know, even if they want to create an impression, then after all, during Tinubu, Yoruba Odua agitation was still ongoing. Nobody is going to take that serious because everything seems to have died down. The only thing that has been standing all this while is the Biafra agitation. So where is the son? One of them just disappeared because if Tinubu want to threaten the entire Nigeria in the entire north with Yoruba agitation, if they see it now, they will understand that they are just warming up, you know, because they don't know whether Tinubu is going to retain a presidency in 2027 or not. And you can see with just no time now, depending on the political environment, they will start steaming. Odua nation, Odua nation. That is what it is. That is why, you know, the world is still watching and looking at, you know, and does it is it really what it is, or it's been induced by certain political factor or influence at the end of the day. That is what I think, and that's what everybody is looking at. But in the real sense of it, the Yoruba people have right, to disengage or align with the Northerners.
But there was tension here at a newspaper place this morning, Mr. Chinedu. We have seen this. I'm talking about this lovely morning. Yorubas are accusing the Igbos of being jealous of them. And number two, that it is time the Igbos learn how to play politics. What can you say about that?
I don't know what they mean by politics.
And if you learn how to submit so that they too can become president.
No man does not submit to mediocrity. No man does not submit to darkness. No man does not submit to vendetta. No man does not submit to victimization. No man does not submit to compromise. And that is why the Bible says, let your yes and let your no be no. Continue to sit on the fence and you are claiming that you are playing good politics. You are neither here nor there. The day the ideology will backfire, the consequences will be like a wildfire. We don't want to be part of that kind of, atrocity, political atrocity. This is what it is, and that is what it is. We don't want to have a situation where we cannot be able to stand up and claim and defend ourselves what we have done so far. What has the political alliance brought to the issue of what we are talking about today? In all ramifications, Igbo people have always been the pace setters until things fall apart.
Until things fall apart?
Yes, and you cannot say because of that, they don't know how to play politics. What happened to Obasanjo Olufalaye factor? Did Igbo people support? Whether they are Olufalaye or whether they are Falaye or Obasanjo. So if you see the way, because it looks as if they are enjoying the romance with the Northerners against the Igbos, so they feel they are already in El Dorado, that the other one who has no life is a fool. That is not correct. Igbos are experts in everything. Experts, extremely experts. And the set of people who are Fulani induced politicians cannot dictate for the people of a genuine responsibility of a nation called Biafra. They cannot dictate for them. Well, we know that they are already been planted. And what are they planted? So that they continue to have access to the crude oil. That's why you are seeing the likes of Odis Okalu, Hopus of the man that becoming governors. You go to South, the same thing. See the kind of rat what Edwin Clark was saying before he died.
But the Yoruba people say that the way the Fulani are going, they don't have a future in Nigeria.
They have a future. They should stop pretending. Them and Fulani always have a. See, they should stop pretending. This is not an era. This era has gone. When you are coming to play, a double card and think that Igbo man will listen. If they already give you, we're not joining the military. It isn't a play. We're not joining any protest. It isn't a play. And law are coming. Nobody's going to listen to anybody. The only person that can salvage whatever situation it is now, between whether Yoruba is going for the business, is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Anything Mazi Nnamdi Kanu says is final.
Oh, talking about Nnamdi Kanu, we've seen many Igbo governors and they are not really working hard to release him. But some people are saying that it seems that only this man is being trusted by the Igbo youth. That is why the governors are being jealous of him. You agree that the Igbo governors don't want to release Nnamdi Kanu because of jealousness?
The principle of releasing Nnamdi Kanu has been established, and whether the Igbo governors like it or not, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be released. Whichever way he will be released. The Yorubas, everybody's enjoying him now, because he stood for the truth. But tomorrow you see them coming through the back door and be claiming, yes, we are the ones. You're not seeing him again. The way they are claiming now, they know politics. That is just it. But even the Northern youth, you can see now they are responding to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's, responsibility of liberation and freedom, and they're not responding without no God, without constraining anybody, without any form of force. So why can't you celebrate that man? And that's why over 85
and the system that Nigeria have been running ever since. After the Fulani, the next people will be Yoruba. After Yoruba, Fulani. You people have been doing it, exchanging of hand. You have not seen Igbo man to rule Nigeria since the war. So, what is my business? If Yoruba now realize that they want to exit Nigeria, let them follow the due process. And it will not be something of now, not because Igbos want to leave. They must follow the due because Igbos have not paid all their dues. So Yoruba need to pay their dues too.
Yoruba must pay their dues.
They must pay the dues.
I know, like which kind of dues are you talking about?
They say Yoruba is not serious. They are not serious. They need to come up with something, you know. You cannot be saying that you want to depart from a country and you are participating immensely, even you are the president. Which other position do you really expect? You are the Attorney General, it's a Yoruba man. President #1 citizen of Nigeria is a Yoruba man. Then when you come to House of this thing now, Yoruba man. So what else are you talking about? Most of the, you know, the key positions in Nigeria are being controlled by Yoruba. So why are you now saying you want to leave? So for you to say you want to leave, one, you must make it officially. You must be sidelined. People must see the reason why you must leave Nigeria, because Yorubas are participants of the marginalization. They contributed. They are given to Igbos. You can see it now, even in this current administration. You can see the sideline, the way Igbos are being sidelined. Look at the IG. The man supposed to have expired, you know, leave the office for Igbo man to take up the office. But because the next person is Igbo, so Bola Ahmed Tinubu chooses to extend the man tenure so that he can continue. Being a Yoruba man, you can see it. Who is the chief of armed staff? Do you see Igbo man there? The chief of defense, do you see Igbo man there? IG, do you see Igbo man there? The Attorney General of the Federation, do you see Igbo man there? No, I am asking you.
Chief of naval staff, the Oga of the Navy is an Igbo man.
The Oga, which day? Because Igbos have started complaining and they have seen the level Igbos are going. That is why they make the chief of naval staff. The chief of naval staff, that they make the one that they make the chief of naval staff is for the purpose of what? 2027, because the Fulanis are revolted against Tinubu, and Tinubu is looking for a way to gain vote and to gain the heart of the Igbos. That was why he gave that man that opportunity.
Now, let's look at this other angle. We saw a Yoruba man today, elderly man, and he said that Yoruba shouldn't have fought on the Fulani side or on the Nigerian side.
On the side of the Fulanis,
that Yoruba should have pushed to leave Nigeria the same way Ojukwu did. Are you thinking that because this interview now, I'll be bringing a Yoruba man too after you, but do you think that the Yorubas are now regretting fighting that civil war?
Of course, because they participated and they partnered with that crime. They partnered together. They are part of the people. Despite the fact that we are talking about go on. Yoruba contributed immensely for the massacre of the genocide that took place in Igbo land. Yes. After all, listen to me. I did think that Awolowo agreed because Awolowo and Ojukwu was the one who freed Awolowo from the Calabar prison. With the what? Ideology of go and raise your flag, I will raise my flag. Everybody go your separate ways. And Awolowo returned back. And the next thing, he turned his back against their agreement. And that was why I said to you that Yorubas is not serious and they are not ready. They are chameleons. They are like this. They are not straightforward. So you don't expect us to trust them again. The Yoruba man that is speaking today is speaking because he himself have actually seen that they have made a huge mistake. They would have stand because for them, for Yorubas now, to leave Nigeria will be difficult. And anything that makes Biafra to go, it will be very, very difficult for Yorubas to go. And the Yorubas are not ready to go to war. They are not ready to fight.
They are not ready to fight?
They are not ready to fight. And the Fulanis are pumping up, they are muzzling themselves up to do anything to make sure that they capture the remaining one. Since they cannot capture the Igbo, they make sure they capture Yoruba because they have captured some states in Yoruba. I am telling you nothing but the gospel truth. That was the huge mistake that Gowon ever made. And look at it today. Where is Gowon? Gowon is no more alive. Gowon is no, I said Gowon. Awolowo is no more alive. And Awolowo is nowhere to be found. Who are the people to face it? The people that he left behind. Of which this would have been the easiest way to make sure that he saved Nigeria from this present chaos. This thing wouldn't have taken place. Look at the way Yorubas have been massacred, as if they were animals. We are talking about Yoruba because the Igbos already know. And that is why whenever they come, they will tell you their problem like Igbo because they know say Yoruba is always partnering with them in their crime.
Now, let's look at this other angle here. This lovely morning. We saw argument between Yoruba and Igbo people. The Igbos are saying that they cannot trust Yoruba because to them Yoruba people are not safe forward.
Yes.
Yoruba people are saying that they cannot trust the Igbo people too. Or the Igbo people, they have pride and they don't listen to correction.
Forget pride. Forget pride. There's nothing like straightforward.
No, the question is that how do they find a common ground? So as to tackle the menace that is coming from the north, I'm talking about them, this killer Herdsmeñ.
See, my beloved brother, how to tackle it? Everybody fortify your territory. And that is just it. Fortify your territory. Is it not the Yorubas that stood up in the house and said that Fulåni, who sacrificed himself to give MKO Abiola the victory in 1993, June 12, you can see that the same Yoruba stood up in the house and said the man have not done anything, that he has not contributed anything, that will warrant his recognition in the national level. It's the same Yorubas. So I don't know, Igbos have sacrificed a lot to make sure that everybody has their peace in this country, but Yorubas always partner with the Fulånis whenever issues come regarding to the Igbos. So that is why they are not trusted and we cannot trust them. They are always betrayers.
We saw, for example, when Shoyinka stood with the Igbos through the Civil War. We saw Adekunle Faji stood we saw him stood with the Igbo president, then the only Igbo president, and then in Nigeria we saw people like Deliver Timi standing with the Igbo. If you say that the Yorubas are betrayers, isn't that a generalization that cannot make Nigeria become a one nation?
Now listen to me, and listen to me. Thank God you made mention of Fulåni, and you make mention of Fajuyi, who died along with Aguiyi. You made mention, these ones are the Yorubas that is different from the Yorubas. The Yorubas, you know, in the place where there is evil, you can still see good there. These ones are part of the good egg in the midst of the millions. When you are talking about a place or a tribe, check the Yorubas entirely. Let me tell you something. Do you know that during this Salah that just passed, that they stabbed Igbo, an Islamist guys stabbed Igbo woman in Ogun State to death because of 1,500 naira. That they say that they are asking the woman said that she have not said anything, that they should wait. Not that she doesn't want to pay. And they started vandalizing her goods, and she decided to intervene. On that process, they stabbed her to death in Ogun State. Google it and do your findings. This Salah that just ended, I don't know, and I wonder when the Islam started to collect money on their Islamic day. Wetin concern me for your Christmas? If you don't get money to kill them or to kill anything, go and drink garri and sleep now. Now by force to do celebration that warrant you taking the life because it's an Igbo. Why can't I take the life of Yoruba or Fulani? Because it's an Igbo. So my brother, I know what I am saying. In Ogun State, this thing happened on Friday. That is Salah because of 1,500. For how long shall we continue with all this? So Yorubas have been, you know, many, I'm talking about in majority. I'm speaking in the angle of the majority.
But no, I said that same thing that Yoruba people are saying too. That the majority of the people, that's what they said. Everybody was at the bus stop this lovely morning. The Yorubas are complaining that the Igbos do this to correction, and they like to take people's property by force. The Igbos are saying that
people's property by force.
That Yoruba people cannot be trusted. And
point of correction.
How do they find a common ground? How do they work together in peace?
Please, please, please. There is something that I will not take, and I will not tolerate it. Igbos has never taken anybody's property by force. Igbos work hard to earn their money. It is the Yorubas that sell their property to the Igbos. Nobody forced them. When the builder of the house, the owner of the house died, the children could not maintain it. They decided to sell the property and do O1B. And they call and they put it for sale. And moreover, anything that is for sale is made available for anybody. And who have the money, you know, acquires it. So Igbos who also, they value their money, they hustle for their money. They do not waste their money in O1B, in party. So they decided the money that they save is what they use to acquire the property. They do not take it by force. They pay.